Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. I am Rowsell, and it's once again time to Crash Skylands with this very special Frequently Asked Questions with Crash the Skylands episode. If you guys didn't know, I get asked pretty much the same questions a lot during my time here on YouTube. I'm doing this for 5 years, and honestly, a lot of these questions have come up a lot. So what I decided to do is take the 10 biggest ones that I'm usually asked and just do a frequently asked question video and just get them all out there. So if you're new to the channel, this is a perfect time for you to learn all these questions before you ask me about them, which I still encourage you to ask me them. I like reading them if they're in the comments. It's really nice. So what I did was I took the 10 questions, and I'm just going to ask one of them at a time. They'll come up on the bottom, and then I'll give you my answer to them. I want to encourage you to start Skylander content. One of the biggest things was when, a lot of people don't know, I've been doing YouTube for over 10 years now, and trying to find my niche in YouTube and figure out exactly what I wanted to do was one of the hardest things to do. And it wasn't until I gave up my previous channel, Push Being Gamer, which I was just doing gameplay videos on, and I had no passion for it by the end of it, that I decided to give that up and try something that I just knew I would enjoy from the beginning. At the time I started Crash the Skylands, Trap Team had only come out in that, October, and I started it in March. So Superchargers was on its way. I was only barely making content. I did a reaction video to Superchargers trailer, but I didn't upload it because I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy my reaction, if that makes any sense. So I decided to do a channel because at the time I felt like it's something that I knew a lot about. And looking at it now, yes, of course, I don't know everything about it. I'm never going to know anything about it because I'm not going to sit there and learn everything about it because that's what I'm like. But with that, I thought this is something that I enjoy, and I feel like I could take my ideas and push them onto you guys and, talk to them about it and all that stuff, and still enjoy the content while I'm making it. That was 5 years ago. I'm still at it now. I literally enjoy this franchise. I've always enjoyed this franchise. I love the collection aspect, I love the gameplay, and all the unique stuff that comes with it, and everything like that. It's one of the things I love about it, and that's one of the reasons I even encouraged that I started doing it, was because of the fact that I enjoyed this franchise so much, and I felt like even if it wasn't going to get views, I'd still enjoy talking about it. And that's the number one reason why. Is your real name Crash? No, my parents don't hate me that much. My real name is not Crash. I decided to use my moniker of Crash Rowsell a long time ago. My dog was on my lap, spoiler. What happened was I decided to kind of have an online alias because when I was younger, I thought for sure I was going to become this super famous, popular, amazing, best YouTuber ever, which I'm still working on that. Sorry, young me. I didn't want people to find me in real life versus my online persona because my online persona was different from who I was when I used to do videos. Now, I'm the same person. Crash Rowsell is the exact same person as I am outside of my YouTube life. I'm just a little less talkative. So Crash is not my real name. Crash came from my actual initials. My initials are CR, so like Crash Rowsell CR, and it just evolved into Crash. And it just became a name from them. And I decided to stick with Crash Rowsell just because I think it's an easy name for a lot of people to remember, and you can't really spell it wrong. My last name, however, yeah, good. If it wasn't for me actually writing it in places, probably no one wouldn't have any clue how to spell that. What reason did you start playing Skylanders? It was because of Spyro. I grew up with Spyro the Dragon when I was younger. It was one of my first ever games I had for the PlayStation. I played that game religiously, and to this day, I still play that game. Spyro was the number one reason why I bought Skylanders, because I bought it. I have a whole thing called My Skylander Story on the channel. I encourage people to make their own, and what I did was I talked about how I got into it, and the number one thing was I looked at it and said, this is either going to ruin my childhood or continue it. It ruined it. Ruined my wallet, to be honest. But that's the main reason I got into it, was because of my curiosity of the game with Spyro. I love the fact that the figures could go in the portal and all that, and that really got me into it. But it was Spyro that encouraged me to even touch the game in the first place. What keeps you wanting to make Skylander content? You, watching this right now. If people are going to come onto this channel and watch my videos, of course I'm going to continue to do it. There's been many days where I've woken up as my dog runs around trying to catch a fly. Why are you so dumb? There's many days I've woken up and I was going to quit. I literally decided, today's the day I'm done with YouTube. I'm not going to go back to it. There's many days where I decided that one day I'm just going to stop uploading content and that's it. One of the main reasons I keep coming back is I wake up and I look at my phone and I see a comment. I see a comment from one of you guys who watch my videos. Whether it's good, bad, in between, the comments keep me going. Knowing that you guys are watching and enjoying this content is the reason I'm going to keep making this content. I'm always going to come up with fresh ideas. My brain is always running. I always have ideas. There's so many Skylander content ideas that I have that I'm not actually done with, or I've attempted and didn't finish. So, I mean, there's a lot of content I still available for this. So that's one of the main reasons I still keep doing content, and it is the main reason. It's because you watch them right there. Why is Bash your favorite Skylander? Well, first of all, you ever play as him? Secondly, as soon as I play with Bash, he has everything that I want in any kind of game. I like being quick, I like being powerful, and I like having ranged attacks. That's three things I enjoy. So any game I play, I'm usually the archer, because the archer usually has that kind of thing. And you're looking at me like, so why is a Flameslinger your favorite? Bash is a rock dragon. He looks cool. He has a simple name. It rhymes with Crash, but his moveset is so much fun. He has that swing and tail, you can knock out multiple enemies in one big hit. He has the fact where you can shoot up the stone and shoot a rock out, and that roll attack is insanely fast. Bash is literally the perfect Skylander in my opinion, because everything about him is so good. And that's the main reason I like him, because he has everything I want in a figure in any game, and more. How come you only post 3 times a week? The biggest reason is because of time. If you didn't know, I work full-time. I work about 40 hours a week. And by the time I go to work and come home, I usually don't want to record. I don't want to do anything. I might do an edit or two. That's it. But regardless, I don't want to do any other things on my time when it comes to that. When I have a day off, like today, I sit down and record a ton of content, and I chip away at it throughout the days. I bulk record for that reason, so I can have video content ready for you guys in the future. The main reason I post 3 times a day is because I honestly do not have the time. When it comes to my days off, depending on the day, like right now, I'm going to be filming all day, because right now my girlfriend is gone, I have nothing else better to do. When she comes home, it's the only time we get to spend together, so I don't film anything. I don't record anything. I might write up a script, and that's a might, because I probably won't. But right now, that's one of the reasons I do it. I post 3 times a week because that's the only time I get. In the future, if I start bulk recording another series, yeah, I'll put out a 4th series. Why not? I've been looking into doing a 4th series, a very simple one that involves you guys. But who knows? I might do that in the future. But as of right now, it's basically time. I just don't have the time to post more than 3 videos a week because I'm an adult, I work full-time, and for me to afford this office and this house, I need rent money. Just saying, if y'all make me super famous on YouTube and get me lots of money, then maybe I'll do nothing but that. Where can I find Skylanders these days? So this is one I get in my Gmail all the time. If you didn't know, I have a Gmail open 24/7 called CrashTheSkylands@gmail.com. You guys can message me anytime with it, and this is one I frequently get. So I decided to just put this as a question. Thrift stores is the #1 thing. If you did see my video, I bought every single Skylander at the thrift store. I did buy every single Skylander there, and you've seen the variety that they had. That, pawn shops, used game stores, and stores, anything like that is probably the best place to find those Skylanders. It's going to be harder to come by, yes, because not a lot of places are going to be carrying those things, especially like EB Games, for example. They used to buy Skylanders, but now they don't have them anymore because there's no profit in them, basically. They were just clearing them out for like, I think it was $1 last time I seen it, or no, it's 50 cents a piece to get rid of the loose figurines because they didn't want them anymore. Back then I should have just bought the whole thing. Man, complete your collection would have been insane. Regardless, it's really hard to find Skylanders today, but they are still available. If I were here in town, I'd check my local pawn shop called Traders. I'd also check Value Village and Salvation Army. Those are 2 thrift stores. And there's also a used game store here in town that might carry them. If not, they might be able to lead me on the way to get them. The other biggest thing is, of course, eBay. You can always check online websites, especially eBay, that's one of the common ones. You can get some pretty good deals sometimes on that. I mean, I did just get Nitro Magna Charge and Nitro Freeze Blade for like $30, which is really good for exclusive Skylanders that are really old right now. So that's definitely a best option there. How did you get your beard so long? Patience. That's literally it. I've been growing this since October. If you go back and you watch my video in October and look at it now, you can see the progress throughout the parts. It's pretty cool, actually. Do you think there will be a Skylander 7? I'm going to say no. Because right now, if the rumors are true, because there is a big leak happening right now of a remaster, basically, I feel like that's going to happen. If the remaster doesn't do well, there's not going to be a new Skylander game. Let's be completely honest here. Ring of Heroes bombed. Supposedly it's coming out again. Or it has come out again. By the time when I'm filming this, it hasn't come out. But there's a new revamp that's coming out of the game, and that bombed, and it's not going to bomb. It's going to bomb again. That's the worst thing. But if they do the remaster in the new year, which we're hoping for, then yeah, maybe we can see a Skylander 7, but right now, I don't think there's going to be. There's no potential for a Skylander game. There's no want or need for a Skylander game. Of course, I would love to have one. I would love to be able to sit down and do a brand new playthrough of you guys on a brand new game. And you know, I'm locking it. Just straight up. The first time I play the game, I'm doing a lock on the channel. Brand new, fresh channel game with a lock. So if we do get a new game, even the remaster, I'm going to lock it on the channel. We're going to lock it. But yeah, that's my opinion on that. Oh my god, you're like an old man. Why are you making content on a children's game, on a game meant for children? Like, what's wrong with you, old man? Give it up. I don't know if you realize, but everything can be enjoyed by anyone. It doesn't matter the age group of certain things, obviously. Look at My Little Pony, for example. How many old men like My Little Pony? Skylanders is a game. It's a video game. Do you know how many people play Call of Duty? Everybody under the moon. Whether you're young, old, or right in between. Skylanders is just like that. Lots of people are still growing up with the game. A lot of people played the first game, which was 10 years ago. Those people now who played when they're 11 are 21. Think about it. The game first came out when I was 19. I'm currently 29. I'm not old. I know people who play the game who are 6 years old. I know people who play the game who are 50 years old. This is the part where I say, yeah, like chapter 28. No, he's 60. Regardless, it's a game that everyone can enjoy because of the gameplay and the content itself. I make videos on the stuff because it goes over. A lot of people enjoy it, and I like talking about it. And that's one of the reasons I keep making content, is because you guys enjoy it. And you ask me questions like this, so, you know. Plus, haters are your motivators, just saying. If anybody hates your content, it means you're doing something right. Just saying. So those are 10 frequently asked questions here on the channel. I get those a lot, and I decided to make a quick little video on it because of that. Reply to my questions on this and be like, Crash, you said this different at another point. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Or, Crash, I know your real name. Oh, no. Regardless, I love seeing your comments because, again, you're the reason I keep making this content. So thank you all so much for watching. I enjoy every bit of time I have with you guys. But as always, I bid you farewell.